So let's kind of discuss it. We're going to start from like, not scratch, but we're going to just start from a point where I'm going to bring stuff up. I don't know. Something's on my computer. I got to just get a new computer. Well, I got another computer. I just got to switch everything over. But one sec. Let's discuss this picture real quick before we get into like everything. Let's discuss this picture. So, okay, let's discuss this picture. I consider this aggressive, guys, because yes, it did $900 in 4 days. But that's aggressive to me based off of a couple of factors. Your lot size, the amount of trades you allow open, your grid size, and your and your multiplier. So that's what makes the bot aggressive. Now, of course, depending on the settings, you can mix in aggressive stuff and non-aggressive stuff. So you can have something extremely aggressive all the way to a scale where it's extremely conservative. So I'm going to go over what settings these were, and then I'm going to go over why I don't think you should do these settings also. And you can just understand that these are very aggressive, right? So let me go bring back up my VPS. One sec. I'm going to update the settings that I'm going to be recommending in the recommending guide after. But let me share my screen. Was I sharing my screen earlier? Did y'all see my screen earlier? Let me make sure. Did we look at did you see the picture earlier? Oh, okay, perfect. I was like, I don't see it anymore. I must have closed it. But okay, cool. So let's go over these settings. Obviously, you put your email here, whatever. So the first thing that makes your bot conservative or aggressive is your lot size. So, we're not going to go over every setting today. We're just going to go focus on what makes your bot aggressive or what makes your bot conservative and how you mix it in. So it's like a scale of 1 to 10 for everything. So based off your account size, something can be aggressive or conservative. So obviously we know 0.01 is the lowest lot you can have. So if you have a 0.01 on $1,000 account, that's super conservative. If you have a 0.01 on $100 account, that's super conservative. But if you have like a 0.05 on a $1,000 account, that can be considered semi-conservative, right? But on a 5,000 account, it can be considered super conservative. But on a $100 account, that can be considered super aggressive. So what you do in your lot size controls how risky it can be. The next thing I want to talk about what controls it is your max symbol. So like we were saying earlier, your max symbol, this basically feature means that how many symbols are you going to allow to be open at one time? So as you see on the print machine, we have like what, 20, 30 pairs. So if you have it at 10, that means you're saying that, look, every time print machine finds a trade, it can do up to 10 different signals per pair, or not per pair, in all of the pairs. If you have it at 1, if it's not gonna open up, if it's open with Euro USD, it's not gonna open up any other trade till Euro USD is done. If you have it at 5, it's gonna open up 5 different trades, up to 5 different symbols. And if it finds a trade on the 6th symbol, it's not gonna open because you have it set at 5. So the higher your number is, the more aggressive, obviously, because that means the more symbols are gonna be open. And one being super conservative, 10 being super aggressive. I don't recommend 10 at all. I mean, I'll tell people between 1 to 5, depending on your settings. So let's assume that you did, I like to do 2 because I'm very conservative. 3, me being a rebel. But let's just do 2 for now. Now, there's print machine original and print machine, there's print machine original and there's print machine ADX V5. And the only difference is one has a different filter. So one has the ADX filter and the other one has, I think, the WATA filter. So that's the only big difference between both of them. And so if you turn ADX on to true, it's barely going to take any trades, but it's going to be way more conservative It's going to only take the most accurate trades it can find. If you put it at false, you have way more trades. So it's kind of up to you. And we have the settings on how to put that in there, right? Another thing I like, guys, is I've been using a 9 OBV versus a 13. It just seems to have better trades when they have it at 9. But that's just something I wanted to throw in there. So obviously, we're not going over all the settings and all that good stuff, but that's pretty much it. Now, session filters, guys. I always have my session filters, Asian session, turned to off. And I also like to have my USA set to 18. Let me see someone have me in the chat box. Oh, why not turn Asian? Why do you turn Asian session off? Because what the bot does, it trades trendy markets, and the markets trend most during New York and the Europe session, which is London. So, the market's barely moving, and it takes a trade. It's going to just be sitting in a random trade for hours, and it can be a bad trade because it's not trendy. So I like to have the bot turn off by this time, and I don't even want to even trade this time. So if it trades this time, it's because it took the trades doing Euro and USD, but it's not going to open. It's not looking for new signals around this time. That's why people say I don't see the bot trading, is because it's not going to trade anytime after 12 p.m. Eastern. Does that make sense, Morgan? Perfect. Yeah, I'm doing these sessions every Wednesday too, guys. So you don't have to worry about, if you miss out on anything. So I also, personally, I like to have it off on Fridays, and I like to have it off on Sundays. At least Fridays. And this is why I do Fridays. I try to avoid letting any trades stay open up in the weekend for multiple reasons. So like, let's say that there's two things you can do. Let's say that, I keep it off on Fridays, but let's say the trade is still open from Thursday, right? If I see it's in low drawdown or decent profit, I'll just close all the trades on Friday, and I won't even because I have the bot don't look for no new trades on Friday, and I did false on Thursday. I'm tripping, but I have not looked for any new trades on Friday because the market could potentially gap on a Friday. Like I think it gapped last week because a lot of stuff happened during the weekend, and it just gapped. And so you're stuck in a trade that you can't even do anything about for 2 or 3 days. So I always tell people, off by Fridays, off on Sundays, because the Sundays is not really any good setups. So Sundays and Fridays, I don't like the bot to be trading, so I have them off. And I'll close my trades early on a Friday if I see it's in low drawdown. I mean, like it's like negative $10, $20. I'll just take my little loss, unless you have obviously using like a small account. But if you're using like $1,000 or $500 plus, take the little $10 loss, close it, be done for the weekend, enjoy your weekend. Now, recovery type. I like to do grid, obviously. Recovery max lot. Max lot is like, what's the highest lot you're gonna let it take? So this depends on your balance. So if you're not, you don't know anything, just put 5.0. Now look, grid size. I have a specific grid size I like to use for the print machine. So like, we're gonna do 300. Then I like to do 300, and for my profit, I like to go for 35 pips. So we do 350 points. So, and 30 pips is gonna open up grid, and then 35 pips is gonna take it. And then I do the same thing. I do 350 this time, and then I'll do 500. All right, and I'm gonna tell you why I did this way in a minute. 1 second. 350. 1,000. 350. 1250. So what that does is it helps me recoup all. So when it goes 30 pips in the wrong direction, it go for 35 pips. If it goes another 35 pips in the wrong direction, it's going to go for 50 pips. If it goes another 35 pips in the wrong direction, it's going to go for 75 pips to help recover all those losses. If it goes another 35 pips in the wrong direction, it's going to go for 100 pips. And it goes another 35 pips in the wrong direction, it's going to go for 125 pips to help recover all these trades, right? So what makes it, this is a very good grid setup, but what makes this aggressive or non-aggressive is if you have it, I like between 1.0 1 to 1.5. So 1.1 meaning that it's going to be really conservative with its grit recovery. So if you want to have a safe recovery route, 1.1, you're going to make less money on the recovery, but it's going to take way safer lot sizes. I mean, it's going to, because basically what the multiplier does is based off of whatever your lot size is, it's going to multiply based off the multiplier you chose. So if you chose 1.1, it's going to multiply by 1.1. If you choose 1.2, it's going to multiply by 1.2. If you choose 1.5. So I always tell people 1.2 as a safe one or 1.5 as a safe one. I like to use 1.2 with this setup. Why? Because it's when it goes in deep drawdown, the take profit is going to recover all these trades anyway. So there's no point of having a super high lot size. 1.5 would be aggressive because if it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 levels deep, depending on your starting lot size, you can be in deep drawdown. Versus if you have that 1.2 or 1.1, when it's not going to, it can open up for recoveries, but you're not going to have any of these huge lot sizes. So it's way more conservative. So 1.1 being conservative, 1.5 being aggressive. Now, I know earlier I had it on there for 1.5 as a standard, but I'm going to start telling people 1.2 it's between 1.1 and 1.5. So 1.1 being conservative, 1.5 being aggressive, 1.2 meaning it's going to be, that's like, I like 1.2. That's like one of my favorite numbers, right? So 1.2 is my favorite. And so the multiplier decides how aggressive it's going to be. And your max symbols and your initial lot size. So your initial lot size is going to determine what it's going to do. So let's talk about some before I do that. Does this make sense to y'all guys? Did the multiplier make sense? Awesome. So I'm gonna update the settings tonight. But yeah. So your lot size is aggressive based off your multiplier. So for example, let's say you have a 1.5 multiplier, right? But you started your trade off at a 0.02. Then it would make sense because, yeah, I'll show you $900 savings again. I got you. But a 0.02 is, it's not that bad, right? Let's say you have it on a $1,000 account. Then you can do a 1.5 on it with the 0.02 because when it multiplies, it's not going to be too bad. But and 1.2, I mean 0.12. But let's say that I say that this is a little sauce I'm gonna teach you. Let's say that you want to do an initial lot size, right? Let's say you have a $1,000 account and you have a 0.008, for example, and you're going for 10 pips. Or let's say 0.10. We can do 0.10. That means that every time you win a trade, you're gonna win $10 every time, right? If your multiplier is at 1.2 or 1.1, when it multiplies, it's not going to take no crazy lot sizes, so you're going to still be safe. But if it multiplies at 1.5, I mean at 1.5, it's going to take way higher trades. So the higher your lot size, the more aggressive, so you can make more money. But the more it's going to be risky. But if you do a 1.2 or 1.1, it's going to be way less aggressive. Does that make sense? So like, if you want to do a high lot size, because we're gonna look at the $900 settings again, the $900 account. So let's look at the $900 account real quick. New share. No, I did the wrong thing again. New share. So as you see, the majority of the time, it hits take profit, right? So it started off at 0.08. Take profit. It usually just take profit between, yeah, it usually hits take profit a lot, right? So this is at a 0.08. So let's say that it is like a 0.10. This is where the issue lies. Since it was at, this was at a 0.15, right? It took a 0.08, then the 0.12, then the 0.18, then the 0.27, then the 0.41, and it won all this money. but that was also risky, right? So imagine, and the good thing about it is, since we have this is why the FX also V5 is, and purchasing V5 is better than the old versions, is because on the old versions, it wouldn't have been recover all these trades. So that's why we do those huge take profits, because at the 0.41, I think that's at like what? The first one is 35 pips. And I think it's 35 pips, 50 pips, 75 pips, 500 pips, 75 pips. Let me see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on the fifth one, it recovered 125 pips for it, right? And only lost a small trade. But it had a huge lot size. If you had it at a 0.11, I mean a 1.1 or 1.2, it would have been, instead of having a 0.41, it would have had like a 0.20 or a 0.25. So it would have been half of that or less. So the bad thing about it is you would make less money. The good thing is you would have been in less risk. So I always tell people this. Let me go back. Now, I'm going to have my personal settings, but I like people to understand what they're looking at still. Depending on different factors. If you have a huge lot size, I would not have a bunch of max symbols and a huge multiplier. So my multiplier, so for example, a 0.05, let's say this, a 0.03, let's say a 0.05, max symbol 2, 1.1 will be considered extremely conservative on $1,000 account, for example. And I had a 0.5, my bad, guys, a 0.05. Let me go back to it. So 0.05, right? That'd be extremely conservative. But let's say instead we did a 0.10, 5 max trades, and a 0.15, that would be extremely aggressive. But let's say we kept it at a 1.2, we had it at 3 trades, and we had it at a 0.05. See, now we're playing with on a scale of 1 to 10. Like maybe it can be like a 6 on the between aggressive and conservative, or conservative and aggressive. Or let's say that, I want a high lot size, so I'm willing to bring it down to 2 and then bring this down to 1.1. So now I'm banking on this NTP, and I'm not really worried about making money on the grid. Or let's say that, I want them. So it's a lot of different factors, guys. That's why I like my bot, because I give you the opportunity to play around, but I like people to understand how my bot works as far as how to make it conservative or how to make it aggressive. So let me know in the chat box, did you have a good understanding of how you can make it on a scale of 1 to 10, how aggressive you want to make it, how conservative? I guess I'm gonna have my recommended settings, but I still want you to, mess around with your own ways, guys, on demo, and see what you might like, and you might find out, and let me know how you can help everybody else. Awesome. So you always want to understand, okay, this is what's going to make it aggressive. This is what's going to make it conservative. Yeah. Let me see. Someone said MTP. I don't know what you mean. What's MTP? What do you mean MTP? So how I do my no, this is not my recommended settings. I'm only just going over the settings that makes it aggressive or conservative. I'm the recommended settings. I always do this on the print machine. I always do. I like to have ADX off for now, because that's just way too conservative for me. I like to have that 2. My friend likes to have it at 3 or 4. Like I said, it kind of depends on how you're going to make it, right? But as far as confirmations, I do 15-minute chart. I do true for 3 MAs, time frame, 4-hour, OBV length, 9, OBV turned on, time, OBV, 4 hours. I do 4 hours on both with 9. Oh, you good. So, yeah, but that's neither here or there. I just really wanted to focus on, I wanted to talk some of miscellaneous stuff, like I don't like trading on Fridays. I like to close my trades early. But I wanted to the main part of this webinar, which I'm going to upload, was to show you how to, on a scale of 1 to 10, how aggressive, how conservative you want it. And the filter, this ADX will make it even more conservative. But I didn't even want to talk about that. Let's assume we have it at false. So that's another good thing. I tell people I personally would either do two things. If during holidays and during the first week of every month. This is very important. During the first week of every month and all the holidays, I would either I would either turn the bot off or I would make it extremely conservative. Why? Because the markets are super unpredictable. Mind you, we are trading this week during the holidays, and personally, the bot has done crazy good numbers. But I'm about keeping your account safe. Now, you're always going to be risky because guys are always trading. But I really feel like I'm always updating my bot to keep people accounts safe. And I feel like I got one of the best bots out. Like I got so many companies hitting me up all the time trying to take my bot and buy it from me. And I'm like, no, I'm good. So I like to do these weekly webinars because it's going to help you guys learn how it works. And eventually, don't let them. I got you. So now you have an understanding. Okay, I want to make it super conservative this week. So I'm only going to allow one trade this week, and I'm going to lower my lot size to a 0.05, and then I'm going to make my multiplier 1.1, and I'm cool. That's my super conservative settings. Or you know what? I want to YOLO today. Forget it, right? So I want to do like a 0.10. I'm gonna do a double a lot. Let's say this. Let's say that you want to have lots of trades, but you don't want to have. So let's say you do a 0.05 or 0.03, and you know what? I want to have more trades open, so I'll do 5 trades, but I'll make sure that I'm only doing a 1.1. So just in case one of the trades go wow, it's not going to take crazy amount of trades. So these three kind of interact each other: the multiplier, the max symbol open, and your initial take in your lot size. They all kind of interact with each other, and it's kind of gives you a scale of 1 to 10. And you can talk to stuff like, hey, you know what? If I have it at a 0.10, I'm going to make more money on my initial take profit. But since I have that, I'm going to lower I'm going to do 3 trades, but I'm going to have 3 max 3, but I'm going to have a 1.1. Or let's say you have it at 1.5. And so, you know what? Since I have a 1.5, I'm going to lower it to a 1 max symbol. I'm going to have it at a lower lot size, like a 0.05. And just in case it grids out, I can make money on the grid. So it's everywhere, guys. So you get like a big thing. So, and guys, the same thing works with FX Social Pro V5. So it has the max symbol, even though we only trade gold. So the only difference with the FX Social Pro V5 is the grid and the lot size. So you can increase the lot size, or you can lower lot size and increase the grid multiplier. So any questions for me, guys? I'm gonna have a different subject every week, and I'm gonna upload these videos. So I feel like this was very educational for a lot of you guys. Any questions for me before I let you guys go? And like I said, I'm gonna upload the recording, and then we're gonna do another subject next week. Any questions for me? Awesome. Oh, one other thing, guys. Silver, you can do silver too. You can do silver also. I just been seeing silver at really crazy lately, so I just took it off. Silver is very profitable. I'm just gonna wait till the market gets back to normal. But you can do silver, and how you can do silver is you can have silver and gold on, and you can have it max symbol open 1, and you can try to trade them both. But I just have it on gold for my accounts right now, and gold's been doing great. Like gold with these settings, you can have it at 1.5 and be good because you remember it's only trading one pair. So 0.15, 1.5 on the gold is fine. Or if you do a 1.2, is be more conservative. And one account, do you have V5? Oh yeah. So in one account, do you have the V5 Pro on gold and print machine on the other? So yes, as you see, there's 3 MT4 accounts, right? When you look at the bottom or when you open them, you want to have the bot on 3 different accounts. You don't want to have print machine and FX Pro trade in the same account. And so on one account, I'll have gold only with FX Social Pro V5. And then on print machine, I'll have another one with all the different pairs. you know, and not have the print machine. So would you recommend resuming trading again after the holiday period? I would say you could demo, or you can make it conservative. I'm going to have mine trading just conservative throughout the holidays. But like I said, because I just believe in what you can do. But just in case you don't, just have it conservative just in case. But, do conservative on holidays and the first week of every month because it's NFP weekend. Just demo or conservative. I wouldn't have anything aggressive on holidays or the first week. And like every time I know something's about to happen, I'll let you guys know. Like, don't have it on that either. So, any other questions for me? What about the people who can't set up the bot without a computer? You can use a tablet or a computer. I suggest even if you have to use someone else's, or do a do a I suggest do that, but I suggest you can do that, or you can pay us $50 one time, and we can set up everything for you. But I always tell people it's better just set up yourself because I like playing with the settings. You don't want to set the settings at one time. That's no fun. I know there's a lot of people here who just play around with settings on demo all day. That's all they do. Like they do that every week. They just try some new settings. I love it because some people sometimes I learn something from other people. What do you recommend for indices and oil? Um, I'm going to test some settings next week because the grid and the initial take profit are different for the indices. So you can trade indices and crypto. I just got to figure out the best grid because it's going to be a way bigger grid. Confirming that we can connect up to 5 broker accounts. Yes. So you can do up to 5 broker accounts, but I suggest per VPS. So I will have 3 VPSs on one VPS, and then I will connect the 2. So here's my goal for you guys one day is, you have 5 different accounts running live and you're making money every day from 5 different accounts. That's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun year next year. Let's just say it like that. And I'm going to have, repeat about the VPS. So look, I only recommend you have 3 brokers open per VPS, like running, because when you have 5 MT4s happening, it's taking a lot of power out of the computer, even though it's a virtual computer. So it's making mess your trades up. So 3 MT4s per VPS. So if you want to do 5, you need to get a second VPS, and you have to pay an extra $30. But then you can have 5 different accounts. All right. I'm waiting for my VPS actually so I can start my payment just process today. Oh, dope. Welcome. Yes, you can. It usually takes like an hour or two, but if you don't, I will message them in the morning so you can make sure you can get your stuff and just message them personally. They have like a chat box for your VPS question. Oh, and it's a limited for most people. I'm going to have a limited for people who want to have who want to refer people and make money. So who want to refer people. Yes, it's billing BTC only. So how I have my affiliate side, and guys, I'm only limited this, so I'm trying to have it to only 100 people, 52, like maybe like 25 to 100 people. So obviously, it's plenty of room right now, so no rush. But I'm going to give you stipulations on it. Whenever you decide, you don't have to do it now. Whoever decides they want to be an affiliate, it's going to be, instead of being $150 a month, it's going to be $300 a month to be an affiliate. But you're going to make $75 per customer to pay $150. So if you refer 30 people, you'll make $2,250 every single month. I'm a goat. I appreciate it, man. So it's gonna be $300 a month. Obviously, everyone does it. It's optional. You don't have to do it. The old affiliate don't work. I'm moving everything to Bitcoin because I want, my dream was always to be able to pay people a lot of money. So the best way to do that is if I have it on Bitcoin, I can pay people $75 a month per person. Yes. So I'm going to have a section with all my variations. I'm going to have these videos inside there also. So I don't use the old affiliate link. I already turned them off anyway. It doesn't work anymore. So I moved a whole system to Bitcoin, and it's going to invoice people to pay Bitcoin every 30 days. But imagine this, guys. You refer 100 people, you're making $7,500 a month, and yeah, that's pretty crazy, right? I appreciate it. Go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, man, I got more stuff I'm developing, guys. So, because I didn't want to make my company an automation company. The automation just added to everything else. I got more stuff coming out. I got a lot more education coming out. I'm looking for people that want to who can trade really good also, because I don't got the time to be teaching. Where I want to come out with like live education for the wave analyzer, and I got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of big plans for this company, guys. This is really the beginning. Um, what were your results for the V5 this week? I pretty much won almost every trade. Like it did good for me this week. Um, and for both, I had for gold it did really well for me, and it did really well for me for the other one. But one thing I did learn was based off the 1.5, it can get real nasty if you have a high lot size. So I suggest a 1.2, or if you do 1.5, lower your lot size. But I like the fact that you can do a higher lot size, do a 1.2, and you can hit TP and make more money up front. So yeah, the V5 is a GOAT. Like I love the V5 so far. Like it's like my friend, like he did 100% of his money in like 4 days. He was like, okay, how do I refer people to this? I was like, oh, okay, I got you, bro. And this is the beginning, guys. Like I told you, I want to teach you guys how to trade Forex using the wave analyzer. I have scanners coming out. I got the affiliate program coming out, so y'all be making six figures of that. I want to have it to where y'all making, let's say you're making $7,500 a month, and then you got 5 different accounts trading at the same time, making money every single month. Make sure you have ADX off too, because it might not trade much on ADX. Yeah, if you have ADX on, you're not gonna get any trades. So don't do ADX. Not for that one, at least. It's way too conservative. ADX is extremely conservative. So, any other questions for me? Yeah, I learned some stuff more about the bot. Are you okay? So to upload all the latest recommended settings. So yes, I'm gonna upload them. So give me 15 minutes, and I'm gonna upload the settings that I would use. I'm gonna call it conservative aggressive. You know how I like to do. So yeah, I like to teach people how my bot works. Like I think a lot wrong with a lot of bots. No one knows what it works. So if you watch this webinar, and when y'all start getting affiliates coming in, or if y'all become an affiliate, you got your customers come in. Make sure they help them set the bot up. You don't have to. They don't have to pay $50. If I have to do it, they're gonna pay $50 because I have to pay someone to go set it up for them. But guys, imagine this, guys. The guys who are gonna want to become affiliates for 300 a month. You got 100 people satisfied. They're learning how to trade. They're doing a lot of stuff. It's gonna be dope. They're making a lot of money, right? When you first set up print machine, how long do you have to wait for it to start trading? I have to trade. My print machine trades between 3 a.m. to 10 a.m. every morning, so you don't have to wait long at all. As long as it's between uh, Monday and Thursday. That's the only time I have a trade. I have mine turned off for Fridays and Sundays. So Thursdays and Monday through Thursday, you're fine. So use the print machine ADX recommended settings for print machine V5, but with ADX off for more trades. Exactly. T. More trades, way more trade. Yeah. Whenever you're ready, you don't have to do it now. Whenever you want to pay $300, we're gonna set you up with the website and all the other stuff. Then boom. But yeah, so good so far. But don't get it yet. Let me keep on testing it. Plus, I want y'all to use my referral link if y'all did. I'm trying to make this money off these brokers, but I'm not like these people who just refer people to the broker and because I want to make money off the broker. I gotta test it first because I don't like. Um, I'm not going to sacrifice how good the bot trades based off of making money off a broker. I test every broker all the time, and I found some terrible brokers. Like I don't like Hugo's Way, CoinX, and all them other ones. So I like prosperity so far. Yes, you can pay with USD also, USDT. So yeah, you can pay it like that also. Yeah. FX Choice, I haven't tried FX Choice to give you an answer. I don't know about FX Choice. I'm coughing, but I don't got COVID. I promise y'all. I got too much compass right now. Like I said, I got some big stuff coming. Like guys, I'm trying to come out with new stuff to give y'all every month. Like I always work hard to give y'all this because I want to have FX Social by 2021. Like have so much to offer y'all, but at the same price. The only time I charge more is because I got to pay people to manage the affiliate side. But other than that, it's 150 a month for all my products, no matter what. And for any of y'all customers y'all bring in, I want to be able to help people make 6 and 7 figures. That's my goal. So whatever I can do to make that happen, that's my goal. Yes, let's get the 7 figures, man. Let's get these 7 figures, guys. Let's get these 7 figures. I respect a lot of people that have been in with me. There's been people who've been with me since March that have been using my product. So in a couple months, like I always update my product to make it better every time. And that I like V5. That's like my favorite so far. Like I do testing. I look at stuff. I figure, okay, how can I make this better? And I try to make everything better. Like I remember people I remember people who were around who were using it. I think Paul was around when I had like the first FX Social Pro. I didn't even have Purple Machine out. I have everything come a long ways. So FX Social V5 is on gold. Yes. Cool, guys. Well, for those who want to become affiliates, you don't have to do it now because I'm still setting everything up anyway. I'll release it on Saturday. But you can just message me in the support area and say, hey, Brian, I was on the webinar. I want to be an affiliate, and we'll work it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. So, um, like let's say you already paid, and we'll give you back 150 and let you pay 300. That way you're good. Well, yeah, UTI, I got you. So, I got you. So I'm gonna get up this call, guys. When we message support, are we talking to you directly? It depends. Sometimes I'm doing it, but I'm hiring people to do it for me. So I'm always watching them. So I watch it also because I'm trying to train them because I'm trying to be hands off on the bit that kind of stuff and be more on the creative side. So I can focus more on helping you guys on that part. And Merry Christmas, man. So sometimes it's me, sometimes it's like my assistants, but because I'm trying to make this thing big, so I need to be making some training people. So by the time it gets big, because if y'all start bringing a lot of people in, I want to make sure they're all can get as much support as they can. So, like, I feel like I'm still a new company, but I got a lot of stuff I can offer you guys. Like, I'm not these MLMs that be trying to give y'all BS products. Like, these MLMs been trying to buy my product for the longest, and I'm just not gonna do it. Like, they're trying to get my bot for the longest. Like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm cool. Like, I've had like 5 people hit me up so far. Like, goodness gracious, this is crazy. 5 companies. But cool guys. I'm looking forward to y'all growth, man. We're gonna make a lot of money together. I'm gonna see y'all guys next Wednesday. Hopefully by next Wednesday, we got more people on, and I'm going to make sure that y'all can see the chat box next time, so y'all can talk to each other. See, can you do a call on the trade manager? Yeah, I'm gonna do a call on the trade manager also. So I'm trying to do something every week. So on the Telegram group, I'm always gonna let's say do a poll. I'm saying, well, what do y'all want to talk about the most this week? And then whatever I'll do a poll on, we're going to do that for that Wednesday call. It could be trading, learning how to trade, to using print machine, because I don't want to talk about the same thing every week anyway. So this is the first webinar I'm gonna put up of many webinars. I appreciate you guys getting on, and I'm looking forward to y'all working with me, man. So I'll see you guys later. Let's make some money.